Okay, in this section, we're going to go ahead and create our head of the elephant. Make sure that both of your ears are completed at this point, so you want them both to be even with their pattern going right there, and the back pattern, of course, being that up and down. You also want your trunk done, and your two tusks to be completed as well, right? So we're going to be doing our layout first. We're going to be putting all our bands, and then we're going to be using also, I'm going to be using black beads, but you're welcome to use black bands instead if you don't have beads. These are smaller than perler beads. I'm sorry, no, smaller than pony beads. But of course, you can use perler beads or you can use pony beads if you want. But these are like the miniature versions. Okay, so I'm going to be using these as the eyes for the elephant. We're going to be working with double bands. You can go ahead and continue with your color of choice. We have 12 rows right now with the 4 looms available. And on row 5 through 8, we're going to be adding the first row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 right here is where we're going to be starting. But on the 6th one, number 6 through 7, you're going to be adding 2 bands going this direction. Now you're going to be adding 2 bands, 5 through 6, and 7 through 8. 2 bands there also. Alright. Now that you have that, we're going to go ahead and go down on all 4 of these rows of pegs. Once you're done, we're going to go diagonally from the top to the bottom on the 4th peg, and from the 8th to the 2nd of the 9th one. Okay. Right, and now let's go ahead and continue going down on all 6 of these rows. So just go ahead and continue there. Then I'll tell you when to add more. Yep. So, there we go. Okay, and now we're going to extend another one. So we're going to go ahead and add going up and down on both sides. Okay. And actually, sorry, these are not actually like that. So sorry, these are actually going to be cap bands. So it's going to be one band. So go ahead and cap it. It's going to be doubled basically, and just go and put them right where we had them before. But now it's going to be a capped band instead of a single band. So go ahead and add it right there on these two. We're going to be doing cap bands again. And this one will be going this direction, connecting from here to here. So the other one's going to go from here to here. And it's also going to be a capped band. Okay. And yeah, okay, good. We're doing good. Now, the next row, we're going to be filling the entire thing with double bands. So start from this side, work your way all the way through. This is going to be just a regular row. Alright. Now that row is done, we're going to go to the next row. But we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so do the first two. So double bands again, just for these two. Now, this third one, we're going to be grabbing one band, and I want you to go ahead and loop it just like a figure eight, and then go ahead and pinch it again and loop it yet again. So now you have 4 rows. Right? Once you have your 4 rows, then you're going to be doing your double bands again. Slip it through these 2 bands. So now it's in the middle, and go ahead and put it right there. Want to make sure that's correct. One, two, three. Two, three. No, actually, hang on. Huh. Okay, because I know that when I loop it, it's going to be looped a certain way. Actually, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and take it out. We're not going to go ahead and add it on just yet. Let's go ahead and do this row regularly all the way instead. Sorry about that. And just remember that we have to actually add it once as we're looping it. Okay. So we're not going to add it just yet. Okay. Since we're at this point, let's go ahead and start adding our ears. Our ears will be connected here and here. Alright, so here and here. First things first is I want to go ahead and go through these bands where my slip knot is at. This is the ear that goes this way, and this is the ear that goes this way. I'm going because my pattern is showing up above. I don't want the back pattern, okay? I want this pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and add this onto this third peg on this side. And this one onto the next peg under. And if you want, go ahead and take out those slip knots. You don't need them anymore. Just be careful your ear doesn't fall off. Alright, now this one, same thing. Either if you choose to put it now or later, doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. Alright, so there's our ear. So you can see our head is actually going to take up all 4 looms. Right? So this is the brow section. The eye section is next, and this one's also going to go all the way through. So let's just go continue with our double bands all the way through. What's this thing here? Okay. Next one, we're going to be starting also from here and ending here, but we're going to do something different here in the middle because of our trunk. This is where we're going to be connecting it. So, okay. Alright, yeah. Alright, so now, when we get to the 5th one, that's when we're going to do something different. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So that means the 5th one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so on the 5th one we're going to go yeah, 2 bands up and then 2 bands going diagonal this way. Okay. I'm doing 2 bands just for extra security. Right, so same thing over here. Let's go start from over here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then diagonal one on the 5th one also. Diagonal this time going on the inside, okay? Double bands. Okay, yeah. Now instead of doing another one here, we're just gonna go diagonal in. So go do your diagonal one. Yep. The same thing on this side. I'm just gonna go diagonal in. And we're gonna go 4 in, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it. So now we're gonna go on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is obviously a gap because we don't need anything. That's where our trunk is going to go. Okay. Now we're gonna go down 1 here, and then also down here. And we're gonna go again all the way through here again. Alright, and now this side. Okay, and now we're gonna do diagonals going over here to be able to close this rectangle. Just gonna close that opening. There we go. Yeah. So the next part, we're gonna go diagonal in again. So we're gonna go in through here with double bands, and then in on this one. There we go. And now fill the entire thing all the way through. Okay. Just trying to remember because I need to make sure there's a part. I think it was on the mouth opening. But okay, so this next part. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna skip this diagonal part and we're just gonna go straight down. And then one more. Now the other side. So right here we're gonna skip this diagonal part and just gonna go straight down. And then on this side. So now we have these two empty ones right here. And these I want to make sure I do this one correctly, so I need to make sure one small thing. Okay, yeah, that is correct. So this part is what I need to do. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go diagonal in here, just like we did on the top. And diagonal in here. There we go. And now the next row, we're going to go diagonal in. Diagonal in. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So alright, so now right here before we add the next ones over, we just have these diagonals so far. So now we're going to go ahead and add one band going across right here and one band going across right here. And then one band is going to go here as a cap band right in the middle. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the ones for the bottom. Let's just go ahead and fill these 4 rows. And let me see. Cap band is going to be needed. Okay. We're gonna need a cap band here and a cap band here. So go ahead and grab one band, cap it off 4 times. And one right here, cap it off 4 times. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. Alright. I think that should work. So go ahead and keep your trunk and your tusks nearby. We're going to be do that as we loop our way up. So let's go ahead and start with this. I'm gonna push these out of the way because I don't need any more. And then I'm also gonna be needing my eyes at some point also. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them right here. Okay. Beginning with your cap band, you're gonna go. I'm just gonna go and do the second one right here. Okay. So from this first, the second peg right here down. I'm gonna go inside, grab the first one. This first one will go to this third peg. Now before I grab the next band under, I'm gonna go inside this one now. Grab the top band. I just want the top band only one. And now you're gonna go this way. There we go. Let me see, want to make sure. Whoops, totally forgot about this section right here. Huh, how did I forget that? Okay. Let me put these two bands. I totally forgot about these bands right here. Hang on, I think I messed up. So sorry. I just need to retrace my steps. So actually, if I start here, close it up. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I'm actually gonna put these back. I'm so sorry about that. Go ahead and put your stuff back and adjust it back so that way it'll go to normal. Okay, if you want to go ahead and like pull them out of the way. Alright. Keep your cap bands there though. We're going to be adding another cap band on both of these ends. I think the cap bands are going to help out anyway, so it's going to make it a little more sturdy. Alright, now cap band on this one. Alright, now we're going to start on this one. Gonna grab the top one, and this one goes to the side. I'm gonna go over here on this side, on this end, grab the top one. Try that again. There we go. Just the top band, and go in here. Now I'm gonna go on this side. I'm gonna grab the top one. And on this side, now, grab the top one again, and loop it over. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Now we're going to go ahead and loop the rest. So go ahead and grab the next one here, the next top one, and this one should be going up. And this one also, loop this one up. This one also, grab the bottom one, loop it up. And this one also, grab the next one, and loop it up. Alright. Right here. Yeah. So right here, these two, we're going to go ahead and just we're going to loop these over to the side. Both of them. I want to make that jaw a little sturdy. So we're just going to go ahead and loop both of them over to the side. Now to take care of the mouth. Right here's the cap band, obviously, so we're not going to touch that. We're going to go ahead and grab the one in here, under the cap band. This one you're going to loop over to the side. Right. And this one now. So go ahead and grab that bottom one, loop it over to the side. Now we're gonna go ahead and loop the outside ones. So from now on, we're gonna be looping from the outside to the inside. Okay. So go ahead, grab the one from here, grab the top one. We're gonna continue with the same pattern of going one on the side, one to the top. Now right here on this side, one to the inside. There you go, and one to the top. Alright, now what's left are these two pegs. So now we're going to go ahead and grab we're not going to connect anything else right here, so we're just going to go ahead and grab these two, if I can get them. So just grab these two and loop those over diagonal. So the same thing right here, grab the two that are diagonal and loop those over this way. Now this one, instead of looping it over to this way, I'm actually going to loop it over to this one, okay, just for this one. And this one is going to go up. On this one, again, I'm going to loop it to the outside right here, and the next one I'm going to loop up. There we go. Okay. Now, this next row again, we're going to start from the outside. So we're going to go over here, and I think we need another cap band, if I remember correctly. Yes, we actually need another cap band here and another cap band here. Let's go ahead and do that now. Add your cap bands. Your cap band here. Alright. And in this row, we're going to be adding our tusks also. So keep your tusks ready. Let's go ahead and do first our outside ones. So you grab your first one, the initial top one. This one goes to the side. Okay. Then once we do the top one and then the side one, for this one, we're just going to go directly above. So you're going to grab these two directly above here. And let's go ahead and do this one also. So I'm going to grab the top one here. And move over. And then the bottom one and move up. This one I'm gonna leave for now because right here is where I'm gonna be adding one of the tusks. I'm gonna be adding them to these 4 pegs. Okay, so let's not do that just yet. Let's go ahead and do this side first. I'm gonna go in here, grab the top one, and move it over. Grab the next one, and move it up, and then the bottom 2, put them to the side. Okay, and then right here again, grab the top one. Move it over to the side. And the next one, put it to the top. Right. So now this part, we're going to be adding the tusks. For here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can kind of get a better idea of what we're going to do. When we're adding, there's going to be these things right here, right behind the tusks. Now, you're going to want to be very crucial when adding these. So you want to go ahead and kind of add them this way, okay? So kind of, so that way they stick out like this. So your tusk is going to be curling upwards, okay? Let me take this one out. So it's going to be added on like this. So you want it to be curling upwards. So then this part is going to be my bottom, okay? So then I have to find a way to be able to make sure that this stays on the bottom. So right now, it looks like this main these main bands are kind of like what is at the bottom right now. So it's kind of going like this. This is at least how mine is going, but there should be like at least 3 strands of bands going in like some sort of crossway. If you want to stretch them out and pull them, you can kind of get a better idea of how they are. There should be at least 3 bands. Right, so there's those 3, there's these 3, and then there is these 3. So you should have this type of triangle. Alright, now for mine, this one is the top one because that's where it's curling, at least for me. So it'll probably be to you as well, or maybe different. So these 2 are my bottom ones. So I want these 2 to stay in the bottom, no matter what, and this one will be in the top. When you are deciding what to curl it on, obviously you want it to curl upwards, and if you can do it outwards, then that's better than having to go inside because you don't want it to get stuck with your trunk, right? You want it to go outwards from the trunk like this. So I'm gonna be focusing on putting it on these 3 pegs, these 3. Right? I'm not actually gonna put it on the peg itself, but I'm going to join them onto the band that is being placed onto those pegs. So I'm gonna grab this first one, and it's actually gonna go through this bottom one right here that is on this side. So there's these 3 bands, and then there's these 3 bands. So I'm gonna go through these first, and I want to grab the first band. There we go. So there's the first band that's gonna go to this peg to the sides. Before I add it on, I'm gonna make it go through that one, and there we go. All right. So now this one's gonna go up, but I want it to go through this one. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. All right. So since this is kind of coming out from the top, I want it to go through the same thing right here. I want to go from the top right here, right? Go back in here, grab the next band, and pull it through those as well, and now put it on that one. Alright, so now it's obviously curling too much, so this next part will be joined right here with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the top one first. I only want one, not both bands. So this one, before you add it here, I'm actually going to join it through here. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it with my fingers, put my hook through here, through these 3 bands. Make sure you go through all 3 bands. Yeah, keep grabbing only 2. Come on. There we go. There's my 3. Now I'm going to pull it through and put it right there. Alright, so now it's kind of getting a little bit better. Alright. There we go. And then this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put it over. There we go. And that's going to actually help stabilize the tusk better. And I'm really liking how it's looking. If I put it to the side, it's actually going upwards and staying straight. You want, if it's different for you, try to adjust it as best as you can, but make sure that it's joining only at the ends once you pull out the band, okay? I hope I'm making sense. Now let's do this side. Okay, so now for this one over here, again, I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out these outer bands to make sure. There we go. So there's these 3, and now I see the other 3. So there's the other 3, and now I'm seeing the other 3. So now there's my 3. Let me stretch these out a little bit more. Alright, so now there's my triangle. Alright, there's my 3. And right here, seeing that it's kind of almost the same, but not too much. So now I have only 1 in the bottom and 2 in the top, right? So obviously it's these 2 in the top. All right, but because if you do it differently, you can do this. If you have like this, then you're gonna obviously do these 2 and this one in the bottom, right? It all depends on how yours is. But because I want mine to be joined the same, I'm actually gonna try to move the curl so that way it'll be more like my other one. Okay, and now this is the top one, and now it's curling up, okay? That's just gonna work better for me. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first one again, the one on the outer side, because I'm gonna go through here. Alright, and am I focused? Yes, now I'm focused. Grab the top one. I'm gonna go through here and to the side. There we go. The next one right here is gonna go through this top one. All right. This is the top one because that's where it's curling. Oops. I want to go back in here. Grab that bottom one. All right. And now put it right there. Obviously, it's not going directly because I still need to do this one. And right here. Okay. So now I need to go ahead and grab the one from in here and put it through this one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Just the top band. There we go. Go through here. I'm going to leave that for now because it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go through these 3 bands. There we go. And now I'm going to pull this one through the 3 bands and go to the side right here. Actually, I totally messed up on this. I'm not supposed to put this one up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out first. I'm going to grab another hook. Alright. With my second hook, I'm going to put this one back around the peg. Now I'm going to put this one back on this peg again. And pull out the one that goes up now. So that way it's holding on to this band also. Now that has been completed, alright, both bands are now secured on there. And yes, there we go. So now this one's gonna go up. Alright, so it looks like it's on correctly now. So now I'm just gonna adjust them so that way they both curl up correctly. Alright, good. Okay, looking good. And we're going to be adding the trunk onto these sections here. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue moving up. Let's go on to the next side. Right. After we're finished with the trunk, obviously we're going to be adding the eyes, and the eyes are going to be done in a special way. So now let's go ahead and do this part right here. We're going to grab the first one and go to the side. The next one's going to go up. Grab the first one from here to the side. The next one is up. The first one here goes to the side. The next one goes up. Alright, I'm not going to go ahead and add the next one here yet because I want to go ahead and add the trunk. So I'm just going to stop right here because I don't want it, obviously it's going to go onto here, but I don't want to do it yet because I want to add the trunk first. Now I'm going to do this side really quick. And then up. Side. Up. And finally, I need the top one. Come on. And then up. Alright. Now I'm going to be able to add our trunk. Our trunk is already naturally closing. Alright, hopefully yours is too. So that's what you want. Okay, so obviously your Your slip knot is right there, if you did it correctly like mine. I'm just going to go ahead and push everything in, so that way I can get a better visual of what's going on. So these rings that are out here, those are the ones that are going to be connected onto this section here. So you can see, alright, that's pretty much like what is going to get connected, the inside ones. And there should be 8. Alright, so obviously you have this one right here in the middle. That's where your trunk is being folded, so that's not going to be one of the ones connected. You want 2, because you have 2 right here in the bottom. So you want these 2. Alright. It should be 4 bands. Alright. So you're going to do it like this. Obviously you want from the inside. Your hook to go from the inside, so that way you can stretch it out and then it goes down. So I have these, and then I have these 4. That's what's going to get joined right there. Let's go ahead and add those. I'm going to go ahead and put it on like this. You're kind of getting caught with another band right there. There you go. Now it looks better. So I'm going to add that there. Alright. Oops. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one first really quick. Alright, and then I'm going to push down so that way it doesn't fall. Grab the next one from in here. There we go. And add it there. Alright. Push down so it doesn't fall. Oops. Keeps falling off anyways. Alright, if anything happens, don't worry, just we'll fix it. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab the first one from here and loop it over to here. Come on. There we go. Alright, and the next one here and loop it up. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the one from here. I want to make sure that that is still in its place. Okay. Grab the top one. Loop it. Alright. And, oh, next one here goes up. Alright. Now that they're both on there, now we can go ahead and loop this over to this side. Okay. Gonna grab the bottom 2 and loop it over. Grab the bottom 2, loop it over. Right. So now it's secure and it's on there. So that's gonna be the process for the rest of the one. Okay. Obviously, we're not gonna put the next ones yet because we have to loop from the outside in. Let's go ahead and continue doing that. Let's do these next. This is going to be the top one goes here. The next one goes up. And these 2 go to the side. Next one here to the side. Goes over and top. Now this one, of course, obviously is going to go over, but we're going to add the next part of the trunk before we connect that. So let's go on to this side now. Over. Oops. And up. And then the bottom 2 go to the side. Alright, and this one. Over. And up. Okay. Now we're gonna do these, go into the center part. So let's go ahead and add the next part of the trunk. And if you lift, you can actually be able to see a little bit better what's gonna be next. Okay. So obviously you want to go ahead and continue going with the ones that are in the inside. I'm gonna put the slip knot back in there so it doesn't keep getting in my way. There we go. Obviously right there, it's the ones that are on the inside. So there we go. You can tell which ones are being stretched, which are these and these. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 3 is in here. So that's 6 left. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. All right. So now I know which ones are, because there's 6. There's 6 left. So obviously you want the ones on the inside, which are these that are next. All right. So obviously there's my hole right there. So these are the next ones. And those are gonna add right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one next first, and then I'll do the other side. So put this here. If you need help from your finger, go ahead and do that. And then this one's gonna go up. And then these two are gonna go up. Okay. Now this side. Now I need the one from this side, so this is a bit tricky to do with the camera. Alright, there's my hole, obviously, because this one's being stretched, so this one's going to be the next one. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab these 4 bands. There we go. Alright. And stretch right there. Alright, so it's right across, so I'm doing it correctly. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the top one there, and this one goes up. I'm gonna grab the bottom 2 from in here, and they get looped up, and now it's secure. All right, so far so good. Whew. All right. Yeah, so now this is gonna be the next section right here, and then the next section we're gonna be adding our eyes and the beginning of our brow. Okay, so let's go ahead and start from the outside to the inside. So over and up, over and up, over and up. Okay, and then stop right there, because the next one obviously is going to be right there, but we need to put our trunk first. So now this side. Over and up, over and up, over and up. All right. Now the next part of the the trunk. There's my opening, because this one's being stretched. So this is the next one. I'm gonna grab these 4 bands. There we go. Stretch to there. There you go. And now go ahead and do your connection. We're gonna do this one a little bit different, just because it's at an angle. So this one's gonna go over, and this one's gonna go up. And then you have the bands that go this way and the bands that go this way. So obviously these 2 bands that are going this way, those are just gonna go regularly. Alright, and then loop those up like that. For this one, we're actually going to grab the top one from here, right? And it's gonna go angled this direction, right? So just the top one angled this direction, and then the bottom one is gonna go up. All right. And yeah, so now we're gonna do this one. All right, so I can already tell it's gonna be this one because it's a little bit easier to see now. All right, so that one's gonna go here. And just to make sure, you still have your bottom two. There's my two, okay? And these two, this one and this one, are gonna go here and here. Now let's go ahead and do this one. This one goes here. This one goes up. And then the first two are these two that go at an angle. And then the second to the last one goes to this side. Now, remember? So now on this side. And then the very last band goes to the top. Okay. Whew. Almost there. So now I can actually go ahead and put these on here now without any waiting. So I'm just going to go through these bands. Alright. I'll make sure I'm going through the correct ones because I'm grabbing more bands than I should. So there's two. There's the other two. There we go. Now I'm going through the correct 4 bands. Those go there. Now these are next. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. I have all 4 now. All right, so I'm gonna put those right there. Whew, okay. And I think we're doing okay. Alright, so one small thing, because I remember last time I didn't do this way. I'm actually going to go ahead and take out just this top one. So I'm going to go ahead and lift these up now. Now that I know that those are correct, I'm going to lift it up on my hook, grab another hook, lift up one of the bands, just one, okay? Put it to the side, put these back on the peg, and put these over. Okay. And now I'm going to grab these, right? Hold them for now. Grab the top one right there, just one top band. Put this one back on that peg. And then put this one again back on that one. Okay. There we go. And yeah, okay. I think we're good. Alright, so that is set. Now we're going to go ahead and add the eyes and the brows on this row. Right? In order to be able to do that, let's go ahead and add our eyes first. That we can show you where it's going to go. I'm going to be putting a rubber band through my eyes. I've done my eyes in several different ways, but I kind of like this one better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab one band, but it's going to be capped. I'm going to put this through here like that. Alright. Now that it's capped on there, I'm going to close this. You can use a bobby pin or you can use just a piece of a wire. Alright, make sure it's a very thin wire that can be able to fit through your hole. Okay. And now it's right in the middle. I'm going to grab the end, one side, there we go. the first one is going to be 1, 2, 3 on this third peg from here on this side to the fourth one right here, because we want these 4 to be just regularly. Okay, so it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then on the fourth. Okay, so on these two, so go ahead and add it on to those. First, I'm gonna put it right here. Now that I have it on there, I'm gonna push down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this end, go through that opening, and put it right there. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take out my little wire piece. I'm gonna pull it out through the back. There we go. All right, so there's one eye. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the other side. So same thing. You're going to cap a band, put it through that little wire piece. All right, so now it's at the end of there. I'm gonna grab the eye, put it there. With my hook, grab the other end so I can stretch it. And now on this side. All right, so you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So there's a third one and the fourth one. So on these, okay. Okay, so now this one on this side. There we go. All right, I'm gonna push that through so it'll fall. There we go. Both of my eyes have been set. Now we're gonna go ahead and start to loop in. Okay. And okay. Yeah. All right, so now let's go ahead and begin on this end first. This one's gonna go over and up. Over and up. And now right here, grab the top one, because there's only 2 bands that are going to be going. And instead of going over, you're actually going to go diagonal to the top. Like that. And this one goes up. There we go. Alright. And right here, you're going to grab one. This one's going to go over. Before you put this one to the top, we're actually going to grab another band. You're going to put it on your hook 4 times. Alright, so now that it's on there 4 times, you're going to grab that last band that needs to be put up. Before you put it up, go ahead and transfer these onto there. And now you can go ahead and put it on there. So now you have part of the brow already commenced. Okay, now let's do the next one. This is over and top. Don't do this one yet, okay? Not until we get to this side then. Now this one. Over, top. Over, top. Then again, this one, instead of going over, it's going to go at an angle, all right? And the next one's going to go top. Okay, and then again right here, this is going to go over. Whoop. And before we go to the next one that goes to the top, we're going to go ahead and grab again another band. Put it on your hook 4 times. Alright, so now that it's under again 4 times, grab that last one, transfer that over, and hook it. Now you have one part of your brow. And now this one. Oops, over and up. Now we're here. Now we're going to go ahead and finish connecting this. So now the first one we're going to do is the one that goes over. So let's go ahead and grab the one that goes over. Just the top one right there. And don't do the one that goes top yet. Now you're going to do this one that goes over. So there we go. One band. That one goes over. I'm going to use my fingers to help me push down. There we go. Alright. Now that both of them have been crossed, now you can do the ones that go to the top. Go ahead and grab the bottom one and flip it over to the top. There you go. Okay, I think we're doing good. Alright, we're going to be needing 2 more bands, okay, for the other part of the brow, which is going to go here and here. And it's going to be in the section. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue right here. We're going to go up, over, and this one to the top. Now this next one also we're going to do over and up. Before we go to the one that goes over, this is where we're going to put the next part of our brow. So grab another band, put it on your hook 4 times. Okay. I want it even in there. Right now, look, some parts are being a little overstretched. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab the one that goes over and add your bands there. And now the ones that go up. And then over again. And then up. And then over one more time. And then up. Okay. So right here, obviously we're going to do the same thing that we did here. So we're going to wait for these until we do this side. So now we have both of our brows, okay, and our eye going there. That should be good. Let's go on to this side now. Over, up, over, up. Right here, that's where we're going to add our brow. Okay. This one's going to go over, but slide your band there. Okay. And up. Don't forget to go up right here. Now this one, again, over. And up. And then over. Up. Now we're down to the last 2 again. We're going to go do the overs first before we do the ones that do up. So over, and on this side, do the one that goes over to the other side. Okay, and now up on both of them. Up and up. Okay. Alright, good. The rest should be fairly simple, because there's nothing else to do. So let's continue. Right here, I'm going to go down, grab that top band over, grab the bottom band and up. Over, up, Remember to stop before you get to the middle. So this is going to be the last one. Okay, and then up. Alright, so there's my middle right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to this side, and let's go ahead and continue going from there. So we're going to grab the top one again. Just a top one. And the next one's going to go up. Oops, there we go. Up. And the next one right here is going to go over. And the next one will go to the top. Okay. Okay. Over and top. Over and top. Alright, so now, again, the last two. Go ahead and do your over and top. Honestly, for me, like, I kind of lost track, so it doesn't really matter which one you do first, which one goes second. Like, if you want to go ahead and keep them together, go ahead and do so. Or if you want to do, like, one in the other, one in the other. Don't mind my dogs. And then now both of them go up. Up, and then up. Alright, we're almost done. Last two rows. Okay, so on this one, obviously there is nothing to be able to connect from here to here. Okay, so totally forgot about that little section. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab two bands, and these I'm going to go ahead and put through here, grab from here, pull them, oops, pull them in right there, reclaim it onto my hook, okay, and slide it over to this side. So now I'm going to go ahead and connect them right here. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and just do it right now so we can go ahead and get it over with. Oops. I'm going to go through here, oops, with my hook facing up, grab these two bands, slide them in, reclaim onto my hook, right? And I'm going to slide them over to this peg. There we go. Doesn't really matter if this one comes off or not. There you go. Now the reason these are capped, if you remember, these are capped is because I actually want them to be a little bit tighter because it helps create that shape. Alright, so let's go ahead and, this one's going to be a little bit tough because obviously you only have this one going at this angle. So you need half of that one. You want to be kind of careful. Half of that one is going to go over and the other half is going to go top. So there we go. So you want to be careful not to do too much stretching. And then right here, the next one is going to go to the top angle. So be very careful because these are tight right there. So same thing right here. I'm going to go in, grab the, just the top half. There we go. And don't pull too much, okay? Just try to get it to where it's gonna stretch out as far as it can and just put it right onto the peg. Okay? And yeah. So actually I totally forgot about this point too. Alright, don't worry, we'll go ahead and fix it. So that's done right there. So now we're gonna go and continue going over. So let's go do this one now. Goes up, over, and up. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because that's my middle. So now I'm gonna go onto this side. So again, be careful with these cap bands. Just grab one part of it, go over. The next one goes to the top. Remember not to stretch too much. Go over and top. over and top. Over and top. Alright, now the last two, so let's go in and cross. Okay, now top on both of them. Okay. Alright, our last row, and we need to go ahead and fix these because they're just kind of floating right there. So this time, instead of 2 bands, we're only going to do 1 band. So again, same thing, we're going to go through here, slip that 1 band through. Okay. Reclaim it onto my hook, slide it over to this side, and connect it there. Same thing for this side, 1 band, go through here, slip it right through, there we go. There we go. Now they're connected. Let's go and continue with our section. So this one, there is 2 bands, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab the top one. This one's going to go over. The bottom one's going to go to the top angle. On this side, same thing. I'm going to go over, top angle. And this one, over, top angle. This side now, gonna go over, top, and this side I'm gonna go over. Okay, so now this one I'm gonna go over to the opposite side, and now both of them go up. Okay. Alright, now to close it off, we're going to go from this side first. I'm going to go ahead and go in, grab these 2 bands, put it over to this side. This side now, grab these 2 bands, put it over right there. Alright, and now we're faced with this 2. So we're going to go ahead and grab a slip knot. I'm just going to go and use the one with the same color, doesn't matter. And it's actually going to go pull. I'm going to go ahead and pull this through. Actually, no, not yet. It's gonna stay right there, but I'm gonna use my finger just in case, so I don't pull it when I'm tugging on this one, and do this one too. All right, so now that you have both of them, grab like this, your slip knot, pull it through, and slip it through and tie it. And there you go. Everything should be connected. Let's go ahead and take out our head from our loom. out. Let's fix our tusks. There is our mouth. Yay. Alright, our tusks are going to the sides, and there goes my dogs again. Our head is looking good, and our ears. Yay! There we go. So your brows should be doing their thing. So if you want to, just go ahead and pop them out a little bit, so that way you can kind of see the brow. The tighter bands are joining your head, so that way kind of helps make that dimension better. And just fix your tusks so that way they're both doing the same thing. There we go. Our elephant head has been completed. We're going to be building up with the neck and connecting it to a body, right? But there is your realistic head. You can go ahead and adjust bands and they'll tighten up with time, but whew, it's pretty awesome. All right, let's go on to the next part. In this part, I'm going to be building up the neck for the elephant, and I'm going to be doing it in amigurumi style, or as we like to call it, lumigurumi. And the only reason I'm choosing to do it by hook only is because I feel like this is the best way to be able to get it to look the way that I want it to look without losing its shape. Otherwise, if I add anything else to it, I'm going to be losing its shape, or I'm going to be stretching it more than what I want to, and I don't want that. I've done many different ways of being able to do the neck, and I prefer this one the most. What we're going to do, I'm going to try to teach it to you as best as I can, so that way everyone can be able to do it. We're going to start off first with this one, and we're going to make our way over on the side all the way till we get to the middle. Once we get there, we're going to be using a clip. And I just had a clip right here, actually. Here we go. We're going to be using a clip to be able to help us connect that part. Then we're going to make our way from this side over onto this end again. From there, we're going to be filling up a little bit more on the neck. Okay? And this is the best way I feel we'll be able to keep its shape, so that way it still looks just as cute and it doesn't lose any of that factor. All right, so far your head should be looking like this already, since we've last finished it. First thing we're gonna do is grab this band right here, the one that we used as a slip knot. Hopefully it's the same color because it's stained there. Now there is this band that is going around in a circle right there, and where it's being held by your slip knot. It's down here too, okay, right in the middle. You're gonna grab the two bands that you see up front. You don't really need all four of them, you just need two. You're gonna go ahead and grab that slip knot. You're gonna pull it through. Alright, now that it's pulled through, it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna go through this side first, just because of I'm right-handed, and it's easier for me to just go ahead and insert my hook through here again. So now that I have it in there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my first band, and I'm gonna be using 17 bands for this section, okay? Just for the first half. So make sure you have 17 bands already for you. You're gonna go through it and then reclaim it back onto your hook. Now that you have that one, you're gonna go on to the next section. Right here, we obviously have this next teardrop. I'm gonna grab one from here and then one from the bottom. So I want two. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my next band. This is gonna be number 2. I'm gonna go through these two first, reclaim it. Now I have 4 rows under. I'm gonna pull the back 2 through these 2. Okay. And now you're left with these 2 there. I'm gonna go through the next one. There's a lot of bands going on right here, but if you look over, you see that this is the next teardrop, because I already just did this one. So I'm gonna do this one now. So I'm gonna grab one from here and then one from the bottom. Do the same thing again. You're gonna go grab your third band, go through, reclaim it, Now you have 4. And now you're going to pull these 2 through these 2. All right. There we go. Let's go on to the next one. This is the next teardrop right here. So I'm going to go through the top one and then the bottom one. This is going to be band number, what do we say, number 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is number 4. So now that we have it on there, let's go ahead and pull that through the back 2. All right. Now the next one is obviously these capped bands, right? So the thing about it is that I'm going to skip those, okay, because I want to keep that part tight. So I'm just going to go directly to these big bands right here where the ear is starting to connect. And I'm just going to go through these 2 right there. All right, and then now that you have those 2, pull them through these 2, all right? And now the next one is going to be, since that is being pulled, this is the next one right here, this teardrop. So I'm going to grab this one and one in the bottom right here. All right. Grab your next band. And this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. Next teardrop is the one right here. Go ahead and grab that. Number 7. Pull that through. All right. Okay, so this one's being pulled, so this one's the next one, obviously. All right. And yeah. Actually, now that we are back over here, I'm not going to go through the back because obviously this is the back part of the head. I'm going to turn it to the side, and now I'm finding that they are right there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the top one from here and the bottom one from here. So I just went these 2. All right. This is number 8. And then pull it through. So there's my 2 bands. Turn it to the side. And this is the next one. Number 9. And then pull through. Turn it to the side. There's my next one. Gonna grab the top one and then the bottom one. Number 10. Pull it through the first 2. Reclaim it. And then pull that one through the back 2. Alright. And the next one's right here. 11. And pull through. Alright. Next one is right here. 12. And pull through. Next one is going to be this cap band. I'm literally going to go through from the outside of the face, right, to the inside. Go through the entire cap band, so all 4 bands, right? Ooh, I'm grabbing way too many bands, I already see. There we go. I can tell that I did it correctly because I can see right through. What is this, 13, I think? All right. There's this big gap right here. I'm going to go directly. There's my other cap band, but I'm not going to go to that one. I'm going to go to this section right here. I'm going to grab one from the outside, one from the inside. All right. This is 14. And then pull it through. Now I'm going to go through that cap band. Pull it through, that's 15. And oh, no, it's actually 16. I totally miscounted. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so 16 is this last cap band. The reason why I figure it's the last one is because it's right in the middle, because this is there's my other two cap bands, and here I just did the other two cap bands there. Okay, right, that keeps our shape. It's not changing it whatsoever. Right there, I'm going to add my clip. That way it doesn't fall on me. It doesn't fall apart. Alright, so it should be secure enough right there. I'm going to go ahead and start on the other side, but you can kind of see already that it's looking pretty good. It's not losing its shape, and it's actually making it a little bit more sturdy, right? As opposed to the other side, which is a little more flaily, and this is a lot more firmer. Let's go on to the next side. Okay. Again, this little loop is, again, the loop that we had, the slip knot that we did. But this time, instead of with my hook going this way, I'm going to go the opposite side. Grab that. Right. And I'm also going to go through this part as well, the top part of the slip knot. Okay. So I want to just kind of do a double on there. With my first one, I'm going to go through all 4 of those bands, reclaim it. Okay, so now it's under really, really sturdy. Now let's go ahead and continue going on. So again, we're going to use 16 bands, so we should be able to do 16 bands again. First one is going to be right there. So I'm going to grab one here and one here. Right. Go ahead and grab your band. This is going to be your second one. And pull through. All right. Your next one's right there, this one, because this one's already being pulled. So I'm going to grab one from here and then that one. This is number 3. All right, number 4 right here. All right, so there's my cap band right there. So I'm going to skip that one and go directly onto this cross band. This will be number 5. If I remember correctly, that's the one that I wanted. No, it's actually... Yeah, I'm going to go through this cross band right there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. There we go. Let's step it through. All right. Next one is going to be right there behind the ear. So grab 2. This is number 6. Reclaim it and then pull it through. Next one's right there, this next teardrop. Where are we? Number 7. All right, and now we are back to the side of the head. All right, so make sure you turn your head so you can see what you're doing correctly. This will be number 8. Reclaim, pull through. All right, number 9. Number 10. $11. See, the next one's right here. That's number 12. $13 is the one right under the cap band. Oops. I already did that one actually. It's under twice. So I did it. Never mind. 13 is the cap band. I already did that one. So let me go through the cap band now. I just took out the one that I just did. So this is going to be number 13. Sorry about that. There we go. 13. There we go. Now 14 is the one under this cap band. Okay. Because we have to close this wide gap right here. All right, now 15 is this cap band. Going all the way through, that's good. And 16 is the last cap band right here. Okay, that's correct. All right, now we're back right there because the next one is going to be this one, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, take out the clip. And time to check. So your head now looks pretty good. Awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and build up the neck a little bit from down here. Okay. Now that we have that a little bit better, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go grab these two from this end, pull them through, and there we go. That closes that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab next band and do an extension. All right. So there's my little extension. And I'm going to continue going this direction, okay? So since we just grabbed this one, I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. And I'm going to grab one from the top, one from the bottom. Okay. And actually, am I doing it correctly? Oh, sorry. This way. So there it is. There's my teardrop. All right. So now I grab the teardrop. There's that one. All right. Now the next one right here. This would be our third band from the next row. Okay. Now the fourth one right here. One, two, three, four. Yep. And a fifth one. So this will be the last one, since this one's being pulled, this one's the next one right here. All right. Now I just did a fifth one right there. Okay. And now, trying to remember. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my clip on there. All right. Time for this one. So there is that band I took out. You see it, because this is the extension. So and there's a little band that I took out. I'm gonna go through it one more time. Going to add another extension, and this one's obviously gonna go to the other side. All right. And now I'm gonna go on to my next one right here. This is gonna be number 2. I'm going the opposite side now. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. All right. So if you turn it around, you should see that you're ending at the same spot on the opposite side, okay? All right. So far so good. Obviously there's a lot of bands that are gonna be a little more loose than others, but that's okay. With time, they'll tighten up. Or you can always just adjust them. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and connect these together. All right, so I'm just instantly gonna go from here all the way to this side, and then I'm gonna go around one more time. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. All right, so I was going this way, so now I'm gonna go the opposite way. Since I turned around, I'm not gonna be grabbing this one, but I'm gonna grab this one, because see how this band is coming out from these two? I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this next one right here. So one from here, one from here. All right. Now here's my first band for the third row. Oops. There we go, there's my 2 bands. All right, the next one obviously is pretty simple. You can go ahead and continue going. It's this one. This is gonna be number 2. Next one, it's right there. Number 3. I'm gonna skip that middle one and go directly. See, I'm gonna skip this little one and go directly onto this one. This is number 4. Is that right? I'm gonna count right now. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, number 4. So now number 5 is this one. Number 6 is this one. All right. And finally, number 7. Go ahead and just put it right through here. Take out the clip. All right. So there's number 7. I'm not going to go through that one. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab another band, and I'm going to go through both of them. And reclaim it. And now this one, I'm going to go directly onto the next one. So this one's being pulled, so this is the next one. And I'm going to start my countdown, my count up all over again. So this is going to be number 1. All right. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Okay. You always want to keep looking for that teardrop, okay? This will be number 9. And number 10. Since it took us 10 to get to the middle, right? I'm obviously right there in the middle because there's my initial one. All right. That means it's going to take us 10 to get back to this crossband right here. Okay? You can kind of tell which one it is because it's the only one that's going the opposite direction. All these are going a certain way, but then you have this little crossband. That's where we have to end. So we're going to use 10 bands again. All right, so right now our neck is looking a little bit better. All right. And our elephant's retaining its shape, which we totally want. That's perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue going this way. I could just go ahead and end right here and then get the other one over here and just continue this way, but I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. So now I'm just gonna go on to the next one, which is this one, not this middle one, but this one. Okay. And I'm gonna start my countdown again, going all the way until we get to 10. So this will be 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Okay, number 9. And then 10 is this one. All right. And instead, I'm going to go through that cross one as well. So now I have 3 rows right there. Oh, well, 6 bands. I'm going to grab my last one, go through, reclaim it, and then pull it through. Okay. There we go. So now there's our last one. I'm going to go ahead and put a C-clip right there, because when I add this to my body, I'm just going to go ahead and instantly connect it. That way I don't have to use a slip knot. All right. Our neck is looking a lot better. So, well, our head, basically, like our head has been completed with partial neck. All right. Elephant really doesn't have much of a neck. So, but our head shape has now been officially finalized. Okay, and I like this rendition a lot better. And then, of course, it still has its mouth right there. It can even open if you want it to. And you can be able to pull the trunk later once you put a wire on it. But it's looking a lot better now. I just need to adjust my trunks. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's continue on.